Folks, welcome back to a brand new episode of Trainwreck tonight. We are live here in Cheek to Vegas at Studio D. No Ty B tonight, no J-Dubs. They are back to the workday grind. You got myself, Degenerate, we got Maniac, we got DJ Supreme, and our Goodwin turn in the house. Show sponsor, Buffalo Credit Repair.
Maybe you're looking to make a big financial purchase in your life or just get your credit score moving in the right direction. If so, hit up our friends at Buffalo Credit Repair. Keeping it local at buffalocreditrepair.com, 716-436-5000 to get your financial score moving in the right direction.
Maniac, we have a very special guest tonight, a die-hard Bills and Sabres fan.
Against all odds. They said it would never happen. They said she'd never come on Trainwreck tonight.
She's a natural bodybuilder. She's a half glass full kind of girl. Ashley Petty _ on Twitter in the house.
How you guys doing tonight?
We're doing great. How are you feeling? Are you nervous? Did people warn you about not coming on? I mean, we've been asking Ashley literally for 2 years.
2 years.
So this just shows that perseverance and tenacity pays off, folks. It has a place, whether it's on the internet. If someone denies you on the internet for 1.5 years straight, don't give up.
Never give up.
Well, we finally met too, so I didn't.
True.
I found out you weren't as crazy as you seem.
We are a little bit more timid in person when we have our moments of cool down. Obviously, Ashley playing a huge role on Team Trainwreck at the BB&G Charities kickball tournament. And, I mean, you know, you've had a crazy, last 10 years. Al, what were we looking on that resume?
So the resume is pretty crazy. So currently, she's a member of the Trainwreck Fantasy League.
Huge. Well, that's the most prestigious membership you can have.
I'm quite honored.
A fitness counselor at Catalyst Fitness.
Oh, we
Shout
really
out.
went to the resume.
Oh, I was going on LinkedIn before this show.
Oh,
I'm ready to go.
Catalyst.
I was checking out the LinkedIn, but the biggest thing that I saw, Democrat and Chronicle. Do you know Sale?
Yes, Sal and I are very good friends.
Really?
He said I could have his job when they forced him to retire one time, but I won't hold him to it, so.
How was it working with that guy? Because we see him on Twitter. Everyone calls him Mr. Negative. We love the guy.
He's so nice in person.
Yeah.
I think he gets a bad rap for his Twitter account, but I'll tell you what, Sal's a great guy.
He's incredibly nice in person and a good guy, despite being a little rough around the edges, as I think he would admit. But when it comes to the Yankees or Cubs, ready to jump off a building at any point.
100%.
Like 4-0 and they go to the wrong reliever. Like, these guys are bums.
and no matter what happens, you're right. Home run, off someone in the bullpen. First of all, how can you be a Yankees and a Cubs fan?
It's tough.
I mean,
I never asked him.
No?
I never asked him. I probably should have. He wasn't as active on Twitter at that time about baseball, so I just let it go.
Okay, so what exactly did you do for that newspaper?
I basically wrote a lot of high school sports. I did cover local professional sports, so Rochester Rhinos, Rochester Nighthawks, lacrosse, you name it, I did it. So that's kind of the catch-all for the sports.
It's tough starting out at any big organization like that because you're going to be doing the grunt work. Like, no offense, but there's not as much glory in covering the high school sports as there is, obviously, the Sabres or Bills. So that's why, it's tough to grind it out in that atmosphere for sure. I think we've all kind of done that.
I was going to say, the grunt work at Trainwreck Sports is not
Oh my gosh, the grunt work at Trainwreck Sports is incredible.
But I'll tell you what, I got to cover Rex Ryan press conference, and that was amazing.
That must have been electric. What happened? Give us some of the breakdowns from that.
I mean, I don't even remember it because it was so many years ago, but I'll tell you what, I was intimidated because I was the only female at that press conference, and I did not want to ask a question in fear of Rex totally just shooting me down, so.
Okay.
Wow, power move though. Only female there.
Just like here at Studio D in Cheek to Vegas. She made it down here. Let's talk about your rise on social media.
Oh,
Pretty crazy. I mean, over 8,000 followers. Your ratio is incredible. You're only following 523. How do you do that?
I unfollowed a lot of people a couple years ago, and many people are mad at me for that.
Wow,
so.
Is that a controversy? Is that no bueno?
I guess it could be. I feel really bad. I just wanted to clean up my timeline a little bit, so I was following more media people and more close friends. That's really all it was.
I mean, every so often, sometimes you give people a follow, and you're enthralled and you're enjoying their first couple tweets. And I'm not gonna lie, down the road, you're seeing some stuff they're tweeting, and you're like, I don't know if I need to be exposing myself to this on a daily basis.
100%.
One of my friends who I'm like this close, Jimmy Lomez.
Jimmy Lomez is on the hot seat.
He is this close, and I'm not gonna, for reasons I'm not gonna say on the show, because at Trainwreck Sports we don't talk about some certain things. But holy jeez, he's
I agree. No,
Definitely a couple of those.
you're right down the middle with that take, Al. And I mean, I hate to call him out, but a great move by the good win turn, unfollowing the ranter a couple weeks ago with a very cold take. I mean, it's something, there are people who, but all I gotta say is there are people who talk about doing it and then people who do it. So that's why I applaud God Winter. I thought it was the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Wait, didn't you just say unfollowed?
Yeah. He replied
I actually told him. Jesus.
I like
Go pod number 1.
I used to have a social app that told me who would unfollow me, and every week I would like shout them out, like farewell, like I hope everything goes well for Twitter, and come back anytime.
That's a smart idea.
Oh yeah.
So, Ashley, obviously, like I said, you're a trainer at Catalyst.
Not yet.
Well, you're not.
No. Activator, I sell the memberships. But we're
She's
working
an
on the training.
apprentice.
So that's
She's
your
an apprentice.
I haven't told many people yet, but now everybody's going to
Well-
know. So I'm working on my personal training certification. We should have that in about a month.
A month. Okay, so regardless, you're in better shape than anyone in the wrecking crew. How can you get us in shape? Because I don't know if you watched us at the Joe Licata football camp. It got ugly.
I mean, at the kickball tournament, it was a little questionable also, I'm not going to lie. But,
I wasn't there. Yeah, what happened there?
I mean, well, actually, we won, so I can't say the athleticism was not totally there. Sierra Dillard, shout out to you. You freaking saved our team.
Sierra Dillard put us on her back.
Woo. She hitting bombs.
Oh, hitting bombs.
Catching. Everything.
This is the thing I tell people. She was letting balls like drop that were pop-ups so she could try and turn double plays in kickball. Yeah, just an absurd move. Just an absurd move.
So like a rifle to second base, like Steel Puig? Like,
Yes. Absolute rifle. Shout out Fabian for throwing someone out at home on a peg in the championship game. It was incredible. But I would say injury-wise, there was definitely a scene at the kickball game when we were like the Looney Tunes in Space Jam, and they're looking at the bench, and just the whole bench is just wrapped up, body wrapped like a mummy, just injured.
We
just
were struggling.
Supreme had a busted wing, and it's just all the more
Just
heroic that he's
snowball.
been able to complete 14 episodes of Wing Review immediately thereafter.
Most people just get money in my right arm.
And Ty B got hurt that game too,
Oh
right?
my God, Ty B. Elbers had to leave the field. I forget what happened. Just in the middle of like the third game, he goes, I'm out. Like it slaps me up. Like, and I'm coaching third base.
Wait, so
I'm coaching third base, which is like the field, and then there's in the parking lot is on the third base side. So he was just like walking off, like he's like I'm out.
so you're telling me he left?
Yeah,
yeah.
He definitely left.
Can I ask a question? Was he running the bases?
Yeah, he was playing when he was there. He's playing hard. It was like a Manny Ramirez type effort.
Okay, because I gotta say, when producer Burst in our softball league, whenever he gets on base, he gets a pinch runner. He cannot run, or he goes out of breath.
No.
He was running hard.
You're telling me that Burrs left softball the same way that he leaves a party. I'm out.
Yeah. That's perfect.
To be honest, when it was happening, it felt very much like Freddie Prinze Jr. in Summer Catch. I was thinking maybe there was like a mammy leaving the airport that he had to go catch, but he may have been just going to Cornerstone. Who knows?
Cornerstone, pick up a pack on the Seneca, whatever. He could have been going anywhere at that point. Who knows?
but I'm mostly diet. I would go with diet first and cardio. But
Diet first and cardio. So what's it like? Help me out with the diet, because I'm like a big chicken wings, chicken fingers, pizza. Like, how do I get out of that? Like, what's something that I
don't
want?
fry it.
Don't fry it. Okay.
Don't fry the fingers are fried.
Yep.
Wings are fried.
Okay.
What about cheat day? Just
Cheat
say
day's
6
okay on the
days?
weekend. I'm sorry, but when there's a Bills game, I'm gonna have some drinks. I had chicken. I had pizza
There's-
tots
there's
this
fo-
weekend
there's-
from shout out Amherst Ale House.
Shout out Amherst Ale House.
Those
and
pizza tots were phenomenal.
Okay.
100.
And I mean, we'd be remiss not to mention your game day diet. Talking about last year when you posted that one photo with the hot dog. I mean, I hate to say it, like the internet was going nuts. Remember that?
Oh my god, I forgot about that. Yeah.
You forgot about that?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh my god, they call that the earthquake of 2018 on Bill's social media. People were going nuts. They were divorcing their wives. It was incredible.
Oh, I missed a little bit of that. Then
You know what? I missed the D'Agostino's diet.
The D'Agostino's
What is
diet
that?
was amazing.
What is that?
We can't talk about it due to
Yeah.
our sponsors, which is unfortunate, but
Oh,
let's
okay.
just say vintage Trainwreck. Vintage.
Yes.
All right. Well,
So-
5 smaller meals a day. That's what you want to do.
5 smaller.
And you can
meals.
get away
Okay.
with a cheat weekend, you're saying. So you
Well,
can cheat
no,
on the
not
weekend.
cheat weekend
So
necessarily.
Cheat all weekend official from
Okay.
Ashley Petty.
You got it.
All right, Ashley, what's going on? Trainwreck Fantasy League. How'd you do this week?
I won. I beat Nate Erie, so
Wow, Nate Geary goes good night now. Pretty sure Maniac puts up the most amount of points in the league.
Did
yeah,
you,
that
did,
was pretty wild.
Did you see the movie Troy with Brad Pitt? because I was looking like Brad Pitt this weekend, good and dominating everybody. Sorry, Derek Kramer, 240 points in your face.
I lost putting up 135. I checked it out. I would have beat 6 other teams, I think. So kind of a
Classic fantasy football.
Exactly. You always gotta
Yeah.
look at that when you
Yeah.
lose. I mean, if you put up like 95, I'm not checking that out. But
Definitely not looking at
if you
that.
put up a buck 30, it's worth to check
Pretty
out.
decent score.
Yeah, was everybody having 130 or was it just like a bad week? Yeah.
Exactly, but 240 or whatever. That's
Yeah, that
It was incredible. Sammy Watkins, Prescott, Dalvin Cook dominating. So hopefully Sammy Watkins, this isn't his bust out year.
I mean, it's looking like it if he can stay healthy.
Oh yeah,
For
They
sure.
just locked Tyreek Hill too, so.
oh it's huge.
Can't double team anyone.
Yeah, in a bunch of leagues I have Sammy Watkins and Tyrell Williams, who's now looking like a big stud in
Yeah,
Oakland
that's a good
after
pickup.
Tyrell. So now it's huge.
All right.
How'd you do this week?
I did not have the best week. I had Aaron Rodgers at QB,
Ooh.
David Montgomery for the Bears at running backs.
Oh, that Thursday night was just talking about stumbling out the gate.
It was a rough week one for me, but I also had Tyrell Williams. I had Travis Kelce, who was owed a lunch over what Pat Mahomes
Yeah, that no look, no pass.
did to us, really. But I don't know. I'm optimistic for the season. It's football's back. Trust me, is at 10 out of 10 still. So.
For me, it's all about hashtag daily plays. Follow at Degenerate Zone on Twitter. That's all that matters in my book. But Ashley, big weekend. We're gonna talk about the Buffalo Bills.
Wow.
Going 1-0.
Huge.
Big
1-0,
big-
baby!
Big 17-16 win on the road. Start off, I mean, what were your biggest keys to that win, other than that first half?
Well, the defense for sure stood out. I mean, 4 sacks, 5 passes defended, only 233 total yards allowed. They had, I want to say it was the lowest passing yards allowed. I mean, the defense just, wow. Like, that's all I can say is wow.
They kept them in that game.
Literally.
They gave up 0 points in that first half, so as Bills fans, you're
Especially
thinking,
on-
we got life, we're okay.
Especially on the 4 turnovers. I mean, some were on Josh Allen, one was not, but for the defense to just keep their offense in that game, it was a huge.
When you think of 4 turnovers in the first half, I'm thinking 17-0.
Oh, at best.
I
Like, if
mean-
you lose 17-0, you'd be like, oh, thank goodness we escaped.
Yeah, I mean, you're seeing 6-0.
It was surreal. It was surreal to have 4 turnovers. I think 3 were on our side of the field. I mean,
And we got lucky with that kicker, though, too. That
That's-
kicker
that's
missed a
true.
good 4 points.
No doubt.
That's the one lucky part of that game for sure is he. And then they didn't even. So what was your thought on them going for 2? They didn't need to go for 2 there.
they
right?
didn't need to go for 2, no, but they would have been kicking like a 32-yard
I
extra
know.
point or whatever. But, yeah, I mean, I think that we've seen in the post-game now, Gase has no clue what's going on. I could not be happier that this guy is in charge of a franchise in our division. I don't know. Like, hiring Rex Ryan was a mistake, looking back on it, okay? We hired within the division a coach we knew who couldn't get it done, and we had to learn firsthand that he couldn't get it done. Now, the Jets have done the exact same thing. They hired a guy from in-division that they saw who couldn't get it done, so he can't get it done for them. It's amazing. Le'Veon Bell's going to be, like, your ultimate weapon. Like, that's the only thing you can use.
Yep.
I was taken aback, and going for 2, I guess it made sense, and it was just the most brutal play. Running around all over, and then the near deflection by Levi Wilson, he just effortlessly, like, catches it in the
It
corner.
reminded me of like Nate Clements against Jacksonville.
Oh, yeah.
Bat it down.
You got to bat it down.
Like, how did that ball land in that dude's hands? That's like a can of corn in the outfield for a baseball player. Like, it just made no sense how the ball's in the air that long and somehow still dropped in his arms. But I think the big thing you gotta talk about too, the game plan. You start off
Crazy
pass,
aggressive.
pass,
17 passes.
You can't expect that at all from this team, especially with Josh Allen in his first game of the season on the road. That was the craziest part of the first half.
And the ground and pound we've had for years. So to just see them come out swinging for the fences, it was such a nice change of pace.
Yeah.
I mean, it started pretty good. I hate to sound like lackluster because there's definitely schools divided on Josh Allen. So this performance was crazy polarizing. He played great in the second half to get him back into the game, and he made all those throws. He made some decent throws in the first half, but he also turned it over 4 times or whatever. So regardless of how you look at whose fault it was, Beasley's hands basically deflecting it to Mosley.
Yep.
It was a very polarizing performance. Some people still think he sucks. Some people think it was a sign of how good he is that he could turn it over 4 times and still carry them to a victory with thanks to the defense, obviously. I was encouraged. I thought that the offense looked good, and I think that they
Yep.
wanted to prove they could throw it, so maybe down the line they could develop more, run-heavy game plans as well.
I agree.
Especially when you get Devin Singletary involved as much as you do in the second half. I mean, that was... Who was expecting that out of him?
He pretty much had I was reading, he pretty much had 100 yards in like a little more than a quarter on 9 touches.
One of the best debuts since Marshawn Lynch and Thurman Thomas, and those are some pretty good names to be among, so...
Give me the Skittles.
I don't remember the Lynch debut.
I don't either. But
Broncos, I believe.
Week 1 against the... I remember the Broncos being a home opener. I don't remember the Lynch.
Was that
It
it?
wasn't the Seahawks, was it?
No, the Seahawks was the next year, I believe. Because the Broncos, he lost his home opener in his debut, and I remember him being like really melancholy in his post game, and being like, "Mom always said there'd be days like this." He's like, "Wow, Marshawn, you're really like amazing."
So, Maniac and Ashley, I got to give this one to you guys because one, I know we were talking earlier about the dirty hits from the Jets. But can you guys, I never saw this. You guys were talking about one of the wives responding to Sal. I didn't see this.
Yeah, she responded to Sal basically saying he went to go get up and his feet like fell out from beneath him, so he fell forward, and it was literally right at the back of Josh Allen's knee. Like that's
2
what she
or
was
3
saying.
seconds way after the throw.
Yeah.
The wife
The
actually
wife,
responded.
and if you look at her profile, she's the #1 fan of. I mean, I'm not even gonna say his name just because I don't like him. I don't respect him. That guy's fan club. She's #1. She's that presidente of the fan club.
Jesus. Because yeah, when I saw that, when you were telling me that today, I'm like, I never even saw that today on Twitter. I was
And then
like, wow.
then other Bills fans and outlets bodied her by showing highlights from last year when he had dirty hits in the game too.
When he hit Hauschka.
That's right.
That was a terrible hit.
Someone actually put up a montage and sent it directly to her, and she had nothing to say
Yeah.
after it. It was like at least like 8 plays in succession of just like ridiculously brutal hits by him.
Oh God.
Not to mention she had the wedding photo in the background.
Oh, yeah.
For her Twitter header, and then I'm the #1 fan. Like, come on.
Ugh.
I mean, you put yourself out there. Like, don't tell me, that when you're on Twitter, you're one user, and I'm one user. So we're going head to head. I don't care if you have a full army behind you. I mean, points are points. Validity's validity.
Correct.
So now let's get right into Saturday. Poppy Grande's was
Rocking.
was a-
The place came unglued late in the second quarter when UB took that lead on Penn State.
Maniac. I was stunned. It was one of those things where I was trying to tell people like you're witnessing history right now.
There were 19 minutes of euphoria between like him catching that touchdown and the kickoff of the second half to just be like, maybe they're gonna win this game. Like it literally felt like it.
Yeah.
They were outgaining him.
The offense was moving.
The offense was moving. The pick and the fumble were like their only scores at that point.
Yep.
Like,
And like that first drive from Penn State, the first drive after UB, Penn State goes 3 and out.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, it was
Here we go.
incredible. It was
Like-
serious. It was very surreal to see. I mean, I think they came out with a great game plan. I think we saw that the defense is going to be very good from both these Buffalo teams. I think the defense could do a lot more than even the highest expectations had going into this year. And this Matt Myers guy might be able to ball a little bit. They gained some yardage in a 100,000+ environment that not a lot of people were expecting him to do well in.
Does the second half scare you at all? I mean, they got scored
I
38
expected
to
it.
3.
I expected it.
I knew that I took.
I mean, would have liked UB to cover, but
That's what I'm saying. Like I took the Bulls plus 20.5 first half. I figured they'd keep it close, but they get destroyed by that much in the second half. It's a little discouraging, right? I mean, I know the momentum's gonna flip, especially after that pick 6, but to falter.
score-wise, there's absolutely no denying that it's a little demoralizing.
Yeah.
Like, you get outscored 30+ to 3.5. Of course, it's going to be demoralizing. At the press conference today, Lance did say he was optimistic about the way his units and coaches were working during that time, even when things were becoming unglued, a lot out of sorts. So that's positive tape because they're not going to be in an environment like that the rest of the year. They're playing, MAC competition. They're playing at Liberty this week, which is going to have 10% as many fans as they played at this week. I mean, I'm more worried about a letdown game out of them because it's going to be like a lackluster atmosphere this weekend than, them playing bad. But I'm very encouraged by Myers. And the second half, score-wise, very discouraging, but the way they handled it, very encouraging. Shout out to Evan Finnegan, though. I mean,
that was scary. And it looked disgusting on the replay.
well, thankfully they didn't show too many of those, but I know he's a friend of the program, and we love Evan here, so hope he gets well soon. His surgery was successful today, and it was nice to see the whole Penn State family and everything kind of embracing him and reaching out to him. It shows Football is kind of more than a game.
Did you figure out today at that press conference what type of surgery it was?
No, I did not find out. But it was a surgery to fix his leg.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
which is what Lance said. Which is all you need to know.
And,
Poor guy.
and Ashley, it comes down to these next 3 games. You go to Liberty, you're home to Dion Dawkins Temple,
That's monster.
and then you have Ohio at home. These next 3 games decide the season for the UB Bulls.
It does.
But since I'm telling you right now, you beat Temple last year. They're coming into UB Stadium in a couple weeks, fired up, and then Ohio's the Mackey's favorite. All right, real quick, Prescott.
We gotta go back to you though, real quick.
Sorry.
Have your expectations gone up for UB? Because you wanted to temper them. Not to say you were down on them, but losing Tyree, losing all the big players, you were expecting a little fallback from last year. Have your expectations gone up since the beginning of the year? What you saw from Myers at Penn State at all? What are you thinking as of now? Obviously, a lot can change after the Liberty game, but what are you thinking heading into that game?
I will admit it. I definitely was a little down going into the year. Penn State changes that a little bit, but like I just said to Ashley, it comes down to these next 3. It really does. If you can go 2-1, I'm all in. Like you can beat anyone in the MAC, and you're winning one of the 2, hopefully non-conference. So that's massive. Because Temple, I mean, realistically, Temple should win at UB. They should.
Temple, it's going to be a close spread, but UB's going to want to win that game.
I know. Just like we wanted to go into their place last year. What was the spread last year in Temple?
It was like +4.
It was a
Plus 3.5.
close-ass spread, man. I don't know. We'll see. The next 3 are huge.
And now Dion Dawkins is making a lot of noise for this Kraft macaroni and cheese, talking about trains not stopping. I don't know where he would have got that from. I don't know where he got that material from.
Start that engine.
Yeah, start that engine. But we have a huge wager for UB Temple with Dion. You know about this?
No, I do not.
Yeah, I'll tell her about it.
So we saw over a year ago. We actually saw him at, where was that? Scuffed Up headquarters.
Scuffed Up HQ.
We saw him at Scuffed Up HQ, and he was telling me, what was he saying? How many NFL players are on Temple?
Oh, yeah.
But actually,
of
he
course.
won that argument.
Oh, he definitely did.
After what happened in that draft. But we were tripping out that game, so we said in this year, if UB beats Temple at home, he has to wear a UB Bowl outfit at the Ralph on the 50. Vice versa.
No, for his press conference, for his interviews that week, for his pressers. Yes.
I like it.
And then I gotta wear an owl.
So you gotta dress up as an owl at work if he does it.
I'll go on the 50 at UB State and I'll do whatever it takes.
Okay.
Because let's go Bulls.
Let's go Bulls. That's bad.
That's gonna be a fun ass week, and we gotta get on the show before that.
Oh yeah,
That's a
for
must.
sure.
Like,
We're
we gotta-
getting him for a call at least.
Yes.
I mean, jeez, Dion.
At the bare minimum. But Prescott.
Prescott. Talk about being on fire.
Ashley, Maniac, Goodwin, Sleep. Supreme! This place is amazing.
This place is
Have you been to
this
Vegas?
place is Al's heaven on earth.
It is so much fun in Erie. I'm telling people this because it's literally like you're in Las Vegas, minus the pools, obviously.
Okay.
But you got a beautiful racetrack, and I don't have to go in and deal with a betting window or stand in line for these games. There's kiosks everywhere. I can bet on whatever I want. You go to a certain NFL game, you can bet. There's it says a number next to the game. It's 100. You can bet 100 different things on this game, whatever you want. It's easy, accessible, and this weekend.
You're saying it's like ordering from a restaurant. The online menu's got appetizers,
Yes.
parentheses,
Right.
30.
Yes.
And you're talking about it's Panthers,
All-
Rams, parentheses, 100.
Alternative spreads, alternative over-unders, and there's a list of them. Not just 2. There's 10.
I love the alternatives.
Yards, everything. It's just, had another blast this weekend. DJ Supreme was there, Ty D was there, and went 4 for 4. And I never gave up on those Buffalo Bills. The Bills pretty much saved that day.
That was a huge
They
save.
did.
I bet Bills money line. I bet Bills money line live when they were down 6-0.
Yeah.
Had them at plus 225. Then I bet the Bills when they were down 16-3 at plus 12.5.
Wow.
And the thing that pisses me off the most
Because you were thinking about taking them plus 1,200 or
They were
plus
like-
1075.
they were 1050, 1075 at one point. I looked at that, and I stayed away, but I could hit them at 6.
So
7-1.
when it hits those 4 digits, it's kind of a little demoralizing. I bet almost if it was plus 850, you might have dabbled.
But I was looking at those lines and you don't know. I forgot exactly what the time was, the Browns were favored for so long.
Oh yeah,
They were.
I
I was like, Ty B, we gotta do this. We gotta take the Titans now. Like
Yeah.
they're dominating this game. I don't know why I didn't. Especially after that offensive tackle got kicked out for kicking that dude in the face. I was like, this is it. Gotta go now. You remember that sleep?
Yeah, it was a turning point.
Yeah.
The Titans were rolling after that.
And
It was the most ridiculous move ever.
I've looked at live lines like at my phone or whatever on my computer screen like as I'm watching one or two games, but I've never been in a sports book looking at like live lines as like they move and everything like that. Just must be surreal.
And DJ Supreme, how much fun is that? How many times every 10 seconds I'm clicking the screen and the live lines are coming up and it says, "Are you still here?" 10, 9, 8. I'm running to the screen.
I'm here.
And you. But the thing is, you kept coming back every single time to sit down, come back, sit down as if you weren't going to go right back. Probably a dozen times.
At least. I mean,
That's like when you roll. That's like when you roll up the bag of chips and you're not gonna have another one. Like and you're like, I got another one.
Actually, Patty, Bills Mafia Homecoming Party. Are you going to be in attendance?
Of course I'll
This
be
is
there.
huge.
How fired up are you?
I am so fired up.
I mean, who's going to be there? LaFredo, Stevie Johnson,
I haven't seen Stevie in
Rebel
years.
Bills,
So
Rebel Bills,
Bills chefs.
Bill Chefs. They're the
Patty.
Bill Chefs?
Yeah, Bills
Oh.
chefs.
Pinto Ron. How can we forget about him?
Pinto Ron, Donald Jones.
Shorty McBills.
Shorty McBills.
You don't know about Shorty McBills?
No, I think I know
He's
him.
got like a top hat and everything.
Joni.
He's very
Joni,
classy.
a.k.a. the Bills mom.
I call him, oh yeah, Joni, the Bills mom. Who can forget?
She is like a mom. I'm gonna
Get
be
me
honest.
5 o'clock rooftop Soho.
Seriously, September 20th, 5 p.m. So can come soon enough. Check code socks. I believe it's mafiahomecoming.ticketfly.com if you want to go directly there. But either way, check it out because it's going to be the party, and it's going to be even crazier if they can take care of some business this weekend.
Oh, if we're going into that party,
Home opener.
2-0, undefeated, tied with the Patriots, because they got a preseason game next week, unfortunately.
Seriously, that is unfortunate. They
yeah,
have pro-am.
100 points? We're gonna hit 100 points? We might.
We might. You never know.
Want to hear a stat?
What?
Patriots at Miami last 5 years, 1-4.
But that doesn't matter.
That's all I'm saying.
That does not.
That's all I'm saying.
Lamar Jackson looked like a Pro Bowler.
Maniac. This team is quitting already. I mean, I have never seen anything like it. Players are calling their agents literally to leave Miami.
The players calling
They
their
wanna
agents.
go.
Like, can you imagine in the locker room? Like, just call. Like,
I'm not
they're
gonna lie.
like, get
I
me
can't
outta here.
do this anymore.
They're-
Like, get me out of
They're
here.
a division rival, and me and DJ Supreme were watching this game,
And you felt
and
bad.
DJ Supreme, it looked like a Bama versus a New Mexico State.
Lamar Jackson looked like he was playing Florida A&M, not the Miami Dolphins.
Yes.
I thought it was the members of the Citadel from last year.
Yeah.
Different uniforms. But, bro, honestly, like, everybody says Frank Gore is the human punching bag, a la Toph. Ryan Fitzpatrick is the human punching
That
bag.
poor man.
I felt so bad for that
Gotta
guy.
love him.
I love Fitz,
Gotta love him.
but he
Yeah.
was getting beat up like crazy.
Oh, bro, Maniac.
Yeah.
Actually, 643 yards to 200.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's
No.
not an NFL game.
That's not an NFL game. That's not even like a Pee-wee game. Like a
and-
Pee-wee game when it took the pedal off the metal at
have you?
500.
This spread's at like 19 already. We're
Oh,
approaching 20.
no.
That's it?
19?
Yeah.
I was gonna say it should be higher.
So, Maniac.
I love the Dolphins. I love the Dolphins.
Maniac.
Plus 20.
Maniac. I don't know if you're ready. Ashley, I don't know if you're ready, but I've been hearing there's thunderstorms rolling in, starting. I've heard tomorrow, Thursday. It's rainy conditions in Buffalo, and they could be coming early.
To Studio D.
Studio D. In Cheap to Vegas. Wait, look around. You hear that? Dude.
It is the lightning round. Ashley, Betty,
I
are
had
you
no idea
ready?
what was going on. Yes, of course.
Okay, you got questions. You got to answer them quick. Here we go. Now to North Towns or South Towns?
North Towns.
Are you happy about this weather to start the fall?
It's not bad yet.
Favorite wing spot?
Oh, Barville.
Craziest thing you've ever seen at a tailgate, and what tailgate was it?
Oh, it'd have to be. I mean, I tailgate in Hammers a lot, so I can see the catch-up ceremony every week, and that's probably the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life.
That's disgusting.
Would you ever do the ketchup ceremony?
I actually did the mustard guns a couple times, but I would.
Oh well, yeah,
actually,
firing it on people is way different than being
it's
the
way
one hitting
easier.
it.
Here's the thing. It's
Oh yeah, I actually rained condiments down on someone once.
Well, okay, but it's way easier for a man to go take a shower 2
Are we on
seconds
the same
after
page?
he gets sprayed in condiments.
Okay, well I guess the easier man argument does play a little bit there. Would you rather be Will Smith in I Am Legend or Tom Hanks in Castaway?
Will Smith.
All right. What sticks out to you the most about Buffalo sports fans?
How passionate we are. How we're like a family. I mean, this week especially, you see the team be a family, and then you see that outside the Mafia is it's way more than crushing some tables. That's not who we are. We're all about charity.
And you come on Trainwreck Sports.
Yeah.
We're family.
That is sure, family. Now, shout out to that one guy who did go through a table in the Meadowlands parking lot. Though.
He
That
did do
was
a pretty
good.
great job.
Were you ever on AIM?
Yes.
What was your screen name?
AP Bowler Girl 123.
AP Bowler Girl 123.
Producer Burrs. Potential matchup.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, you're a big bowler girl.
Well, I used to bowl a little bit back in the day.
What could you roll right now if you went out there?
150, 160.
Oh, Burrs might be in trouble. We got to make a handicap like a plus 58.
I would take her straight up plus 180.
Oh no,
Not that good. No. It's been a minute. We're not gonna. No.
Okay, this one you're probably gonna say something about like going to work out, but bottle service at 67 West or $50 voucher to Fally Allen.
Oh, the bottle service is 67 West.
Give me to the chicken coop.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No. I'm gonna go with no.
What did you want to be when you were growing up?
I wanted to be a professional soccer player.
Okay. Well, it's never too late. Favorite sports movie?
Oh, Remember the Titans.
Okay, that's a pretty good one. What do you think of DJ Milk?
He's pretty great, except for when he walked into a pool at training camp when I was there that day, and he told me not to tell anyone, but it was pretty hysterical.
You just told everyone
I just
on
told
Trainwreck
everyone.
tonight
Just
about
breaking?
DJ Milk walking into a pool and you weren't supposed to. All right, that seems like an interesting move. If you could be on any game show, which one would you want to be on?
Oh, God, I have no idea. Wheel of Fortune.
New or old Billy Buffalo?
New, or old. Old. I'm taking
Okay.
that back. Oh, new one looks weird.
Okay. Okay, if you were Terry Pagula for a day and could make one irreversible decision, or Kim Pagula in this regard, what would you do?
I would trade for a top receiver, not Antonio Brown.
What receiver?
I don't know. Somebody. That's a really
You
tough.
can't
there's a
trade
lot
for
of-
Julio anymore because they paid him. That
I
was
probably-
Ashley.
If DeAndre Hopkins didn't cost too much, I'd probably go there.
They're not gonna get rid of Hopkins.
I know they
but-
wouldn't for a
All
billion years.
right, well, it is an irreversible decision. If you had to, would you rather drive to Batavia twice a week or spend 7 straight hours at the Eastern Hills Mall once a week?
Oh God, 7 straight hours at the Eastern Hills Mall because I dread driving to Rochester when I have to, even though my
Wait,
family's there.
That's an hour of driving versus 7 hours at the Eastern
Okay,
Hills Mall.
maybe. Okay,
wait.
I guess if you explain it that way, then.
Does the Eastern Hills Mall even exist anymore?
Well, it's more
It
like
does, it's
it's more
close
like
to
the
me.
Eastern Hills like business offices.
Is Duff's considered part of the Eastern Hills?
Oh yeah, it's in that
Yeah,
building.
that's a fair
I-
point
I
because
think
that
it
could
goes
make
to
it much
7
better. I could just sit
can
and
you
watch
imagine
sports all
defiling
day.
there for 7 hours?
Oh, yeah, it'd be
Okay,
amazing.
look, great bar, plenty of space, and they treat us like kings for the winger with the king.
That is true. Straight or curly fries?
Curly.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No,
Okay. Does this train ever stop?
absolutely not.
Let's go.
Wait, can I get one question?
All right, what one do you want?
I don't know. Ask me one. Does that mean that
What'd you want to be growing up, Mel? What was the last thing you Netflixed?
Office.
Okay, speaking of which, Ashley has not seen
Oh
the
my God.
episode of The Office where Jim and Pam get married.
I watched like the first
Viagra
season.
Falls, where Kevin is forced to wear shoe boxes as shoes. Or
My-
no, tissue boxes as shoes.
The best part of that episode is the beginning when Michael can't get in a room because like Dwight won't let him.
Oh, yeah.
He like fakes him into that. What the Andy split?
The Andy split, ridiculous, right on his scrotum. And the Chris Brown dance scene, shout out to Chris Brown at Key Bank Center night.
Oh, that tears.
Yeah, tears.
Tears.
Is
All right.
that still a thing anymore? Are people still dancing?
Oh, no, you can't. If you're doing that, you're like tacky now.
Okay, just that better not be happening anymore.
All right, so we are looking ahead into Week 3 college football, Week 2 NFL. Let's get right into it. Bills, Giants. The Bills are road favorites. They are -2.5. When was the last time the Bills were a road favorite? I'm not asking you, Maniac. Ashley.
Sure, I have no freaking idea.
Just
It was against the Miami Dolphins
Got it.
before we went to the playoffs.
Perfect. 2017, the last.
Wow.
That was impressive. The last time the Bills were a road favorite, 2017 against the Miami Dolphins. What are the expectations going to this game? Because, Maniac, I know me and you, we're big Week 1 public perception bettors. And if you're outside of Buffalo, you're probably like Giants plus 2.5. Just like when we're in Buffalo, we're thinking, oh, hit the Steelers, hit whoever the Titans are playing this week, Dolphins.
Definitely.
It's a line where it's tough. We're 2.5-point favorites on the road.
Yeah, no, the line is very difficult. It's the Giants' home opener, but it's just like it was the Jets' home opener, so you're going to get that natural moxie of being back home. They just came off a division game the Cowboys are their biggest rival, so they got to be kind of a little bit let down. They don't know who their QB is. Like, there's talk that Daniel Jones could play at some point in this game. I mean, what do you think? You think Eli's playing the whole game tonight?
I think Eli's probably going to play the whole game.
Okay. Well, I would prefer Eli to play the whole game. Keep him in that box.
He wasn't bad, right? He put up, it was like 30 for 44 for like 350.
Yeah, their tight end did pretty well.
Yeah.
Especially in
Yeah,
Penn State.
Ingram.
So.
Double E.
It reminds me of the Jets game, though. Stop the running game, stop the running back, get to Eli, and you're fine.
Yeah, Saquon's the only one I'm worried about.
Eli can't throw 20 yards.
He'll be making that Eli face before long if Jerry Hughes is having his way.
And this is a big one to see how the Bills incorporate the running game. I mean, what is the ceiling for Devin Singletary? I mean, this game, if you start him in the first quarter and he plays a full game and he gets maximum amount of touches, not saying he's going to touch the ball 30 times a game, but, you're talking at least, what, $150, $175 if he does this thing?
I can see Singletary this season being a CJ Spiller 2.0.1 from that one year when we didn't use him enough and people were always frustrated why isn't he in the game, and McDermott's gonna be like, it's Gore's turn.
Well, and it's funny because
Chan Gailey would say it was Fred's turn.
Well, and it was near the end where everyone's like, why didn't we use Devin Singletary more? But last year we were like, where's the passing game? So it's like, what do you want?
I know. You're right.
No, but I think Singletary's got a huge ceiling.
The reason
I'm
it was
excited
effective
for
was because they opened everything. They spread everybody back with the DBs and everything in the passing game. Then when they handed it off to this random rookie who came in the third quarter, they weren't expecting it. And that defensive line had already been mauled a little bit by Dion, Mitch, and the big boys up front. So the game plan played into it. If it wants to sound ridiculous, it actually reminded me of the Auburn-Oregon game where Auburn just started running it in the second half, and they were having all kinds of success.
Yeah.
Bills did the exact same thing. They were able to get that push up front, and it was easy for Singletary. 4 carries for 70 yards to start it? It was absurd.
Actually, I agree with you 100% though. No one's ever going to die.
Right.
No matter what happens.
Not with this fan base.
You didn't
as long as people are allowed to have opinions.
You didn't run the ball enough. You didn't pass the ball enough. But it's a passing league.
Yep.
That's where we are nowadays. You don't have those. I miss the years when I was in late middle school, early high school, and it's Sean Alexander, LaDainian Tomlinson. Those are the fantasy drafts used to be all running backs, and it's completely changed. Now everyone's picking the first 3 picks running back, everything else wide receiver. So you're right. It doesn't matter what you do. No one's ever going to be happy, but I love what the Bills did. Throw, change it up a little bit with Josh Allen, and show other defenses that you can't just prep for us with Singletary getting 10 carries in the first half, or Gore. You know what I mean?
The no huddle right out of the jump was pretty nice, too.
Awesome.
I enjoyed that.
It was a great game, because the whole purpose of a game plan is do something they're not going to expect. I guarantee you there was no way they were expecting Josh Allen empty set for the first 15 plays, which was it was effective despite the turnovers.
This week, Singletary time.
It is probably. It's probably going to be running all over them.
The Giants defense, Swiss cheese. How many players on that Giants defense can you name?
Nobody.
Yeah,
OC Minora's son on there?
Jabril Peppers.
They did get in that deal.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Janoris Jenkins.
I've got an L on this one. I have no idea.
I'm sure the Bills will make somebody look like a defensive player.
Don't say that.
Don't say that. But no, I'm optimistic. This could be a game where the Bills blow them out and they send a statement to the NFL.
Yep. This could be a big one. And then Saturday, 6 o'clock, UB going to Liberty. Currently, they're 4.5-point favorites. Over/under sitting around 58.5. And Maniac, I'll give this one to you. Liberty gave up over 400 on the ground at Cuse.
Yeah.
So this is where it's marks, it's
Marks
jar
and
pad.
jar pad.
That's all it is. Ground and pound.
Just go out there, be efficient. If you're UB, it's about one thing, winning the first half. The reason I say this, because in both games, Liberty has kind of put up a fight in the first half, and in each of their 2 games so far this year, Liberty has been outscored in the second half by 14. So literally, if you just get me to halftime with a lead, you can be all but certain that LL Cool Play and the boys are going to be coming home for Temple, coming home for that nationally televised game at 2-1, and potentially more of a force in the MAC than a lot of people thought they were going to be this year.
100%. I'm very excited for that one because, like I said, don't look ahead to Temple. Don't look ahead to Ohio.
There's no look
Take
at.
care of business against Liberty. Ashley, real quick, NFL Week 1. Any surprises outside of the Bills game? Were you shocked at anything that happened in the NFL Week 1? Because it was a fun week.
It was
a lot of
pretty
shit
fun.
went
A
down.
lot of comebacks. I was a little surprised by the Titans beating the Browns as big as they did because everybody's expectations were through the roof for this Browns team, and then they just got humbled a little bit.
Right?
AB going to the Patriots. I mean, it wasn't a surprise, but what can we expect?
I was with DJ Supreme sitting in the living room here at Studio D, and he looks at me and he looks at his phone and goes, Al, ESPN, AB. I'm just like,
As Ashley said, I wasn't surprised.
no, it's just
It's just almost expected.
Well, every single, all the chatter, sometimes when there's big free agents, they Kawhi Leonard, where's he going to go? And there's 6 different teams that they were saying he could go to.
Yeah.
Everybody was saying New England for AB.
Yeah.
And then
3 hours later.
Whether it's true or not, I believe it. And it's going to bode well for your fantasy team when Gronk comes back, and then they're just literally the dream team.
And
Yeah.
Sal Capaccio put out a point where it was like Pittsburgh wasn't going to trade him to the Patriots. Obviously, the rivals.
They didn't want him.
So you have to wonder if this was all premeditated and he does all this crazy stuff with the Raiders just so he can get off, even though Gruden said he loved the phone call video, whatever. You have to wonder.
Gruden loving the phone call video is hilarious.
That was so staged, stupid, never should have been posted. What, did he send that directly to Schefter? How did they go? How did Schefter break that video?
I mean, I'm assuming that a week or so ago, Schefter went on, alpha all of Antonio Brown's accounts. The second that anything happened, he was getting a notification. So he posted it to his YouTube, YouTube account, so...
And he
Then somebody found it that was a
Yeah.
Raiders fan and they posted it. That's where I retweeted it, but...
I mean, so we touched on the Browns. We touched on the Dolphins game. The Patriots dominate the Steelers. I mean, everyone and their mother was on the Pats -5.
Yeah, what on earth?
Everyone's
What on earth?
Everyone's looking at that line everyone I texted, Pats. And I stayed away.
That's happened the last 3 to 5 times they've played at Foxborough, by the way. Do you feel like that? When
Yeah.
the spread has been within 4 to 7 and they
It's
just get blown
stupid.
out. They get
It's
blown
not
out.
even but was it last year, Chiefs Pats at home?
No, 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah, that was 2017.
2017.
Yep.
But it's just disappointing. I mean, and now, like I said, they got Miami next week. Antonio Brown's playing. He's posing with selfies with Tom Brady.
Awful.
Probably living together, having nice, healthy dinners,
Worst
loving
thing.
life.
He probably has Antonio Brown drinking 38 bottles of water a day now, and that's just awful.
And
It's
then-
awful news
and-
for everybody.
Interesting stat here, Maniac. Favorites were 6-9-1 week 1. So it wasn't the biggest favorite week that we thought it was.
The top teams, though, they covered for the most part, right? Or am I out?
The Ravens.
I'm saying
Ravens.
Ravens, Rams, Chiefs, Patriots.
The big,
Cowboys.
okay.
Ravens, Rams, Chiefs, Patriots.
So the big
Cowboys.
hitters. I see
the
what
ones
you're saying.
versus the bad teams. The people that were fading the bad teams, were fading bad teams did well.
Ashley, you watch any Monday Night Football last night?
A little bit.
How nuts was that friggin' Saints-Texans game? Are you kidding me?
That was pretty wild.
I mean, the end of that game was just, you tweeted the perfect score.
Dude, I was
Did
so pissed.
Did you see how you tweeted that?
I was so pissed. I tweeted, so the Texans went ahead 21-10 in the third quarter, and I was just like, you know what? I could see the Texans not scoring again, and Breeze driving a couple because they did so well in that first drive of the third quarter. I'm like, Saints 27, Texans 21, and that was the score of 50 seconds up, and they had that 2-play
I
drive.
retweeted before the
I
drive.
saw that.
And
I was like, no!
2 plays. Boom, boom. Texans tie it. Misses the extra point.
Incredible drama.
Yep.
roughing the kicker makes it an obvious. I mean, I knew there was way too much time. Like when Breeze at home.
I mean, Drew
I don't
Brees,
care if there's 20
he's
seconds
all
left.
over.
Wasn't way too much, and there was like just enough.
But you know what I'm saying.
You
Yeah.
can't give that man time because you know he's going to come back.
Yeah.
Easily.
I would be comfortable with Breeze with like maybe 13 seconds. Like I'm not even joking.
Oh, yeah.
You give him 20, 30 seconds, it's technically 2 throws. Like I hate it. Like I would never feel comfortable in that situation.
That last time out was big.
I was just about to say, the only comment that I had in terms of Breeze, and nothing against him, but the Texans' defense on that last pass play to set up the field goal,
Yeah.
their safeties were halfway down the field. I mean, they basically gave the Saints exactly as much yardage as they wanted to put them within like the outer limits of the field goal range.
Yep.
And then Will Lutz just bangs it, and he no-looked it too.
Yeah.
He started celebrating.
Celebrating when the ball was only at like
halfway
10 yards out.
It
He
rem-
knew.
And he
What
started celebrating.
What does that defense remind you of? Bills Cowboys Monday Night Football.
That was Bill
It's just-
Cowboys.
it's everyone's deep and on the sideline, like literally just giving them the open. It's very frustrating. So, R.I.P. Texans money line bettors. That's a horrible loss, and under bettors in that game.
Yeah,
Awful
under better
loss.
was an awful loss. You know what the worst part is? Was the Saints score to make it 24-10, right?
No.
Or no, 20%. I don't know. Whatever. The Saints they went 14 minutes in the fourth quarter with no scoring. The Saints scored on the first play of the fourth quarter, and then there was no scoring until the Texans touchdown. Yeah.
So there was 10 points in a
Yeah,
minute.
14:55, and then 50 seconds left was the touchdown for the Texans. So 14 scoreless minutes in the fourth quarter, and then the unders get crushed.
Wow. And you saw that. I think what did the total finish at?
55?
No,
No.
it was.
Or no, 58. Or no, it closed at 52.
Yes, but what did the final score? It was
Final
20
score was 58, right? 30-28.
No, and you know what the live over-under at was at in the third quarter? 58.5.
59, I saw at the end of the third.
So
yeah.
people could have middled that perfectly.
Oh, yeah. Crushed it. You gotta go first. Guests go first.
Who am I supposed to shout
You
out?
gotta shout
You
out
can
someone.
shout out
your mom. You're on
anybody.
Trainwreck tonight, you know?
All right. Well, I'll shout out to Ezra Castro, Pancho Vito. We miss you so much, and I'm really excited to celebrate your life on the 20th at Hammers Lot, or maybe it's the 21st. We're doing a tailgate at Hammers Lot in Ezra's honor. So shout out to him. I miss
So
him
is
a lot.
that the Saturday before the game?
Right before the home opener, the day before. Yep.
So you're going Bills Mafia Party,
Bill's Mafia Party,
Ezra Saturday,
Pancho tailgate,
Sunday tailgate.
Sunday
Oh,
tailgate,
wow.
and we're getting there at 6:30 because the lot's full by 8. So
Holy shit.
It's gonna be a weekend, boys.
It's gonna be awesome time.
I'll double up on that shout out. Homecoming weekend is going to be insane, especially if the Bills take care of business. And shout out to the Penn State medical team, the UB football medical team, for taking care of our friend Evan Finnegan when he had a horrific injury. It was something that definitely could have been a lot worse. It seems like at this point, if he wasn't so well taken care of and everything, it seems like the support he got from both staffs was amazing. And he had successful surgery today, so he's on the road to recovery. So
Pretty cool to see that.
Yeah, that was good,
awesome.
definitely.
Just wanted to shout out my boy Jerry Hughes for another big game, week 1. You know, proving that he's worth every dollar of his extension. Really excited for week 2. I think we're going to do really well against the Giants.
I would-
That's my 2 cents.
I was so fed up when the Bills were losing. Someone was like, Jerry Hughes doesn't have a penalty today. And I'm like, yeah, he's waiting until we're winning. And then when they were up 17-16, he got that offside penalty. I'm like, oh,
Definitely
no.
tweeted about
I go, no.
yeah, the Jerry Hughes penalty, cross it off on your bingo board.
2 big plays and a penalty every game. You can always count on that.
But a great player. I don't want to downplay it.
Great play. Great player.
I'll go ahead and shout out Aaron Boone for hopefully just closing out this entire season and just carrying us forward. Big weekend ahead for the Yankees over in Toronto. How many of us will be there? I'm not sure. Al will probably be caught in Erie.
That's this weekend? I mean, we might have plans this weekend. So who knows what's going on this weekend? It could be Erie, it could be PA,
Plans.
could be Toronto. We don't know what's going on.
Exactly.
A lot of stuff going on, but I'll give a shout out to everyone from Saturday night, Papi Grandes. Great showing. You got to continue that kind of crowd throughout the season for this UB Bulls football team, especially what could be going down. You know, Saturday could move to above 500, 2-1 with a big Temple team coming to town, and the MAC East favorite. So show out and support this UB football team. So, Ashley Petty, it took us like 790 days to get you here. I hope you had a good time, and we really appreciate you joining the show tonight.
Yeah, I had a great time. Thanks for having me on. We might have to do this again soon.
We definitely will.
Sounds good to me.
And Maniac, you know what that means? Folks, thanks for joining us. Good night now.